Hi, this is me. I can't see myself. I think that the camera is covered by a label. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to take that off. I was up all night crying, and my back hurts because something that was doing something while I was sleeping, an intimate time the night before last. My back was already hurting. Now it's spasming and killing me. I have some aspirin and Tylenol. I'd rather take some Salix and turmeric, like as much as I can, for anti-inflammatory and pain relief. Um, I was up all night crying. I asked on a walk after this conversation. I had asked, like, what can we do in this property with the landlord around the yard? I said I felt weird checking the mail, and I felt like, wait, people are looking at me like I'm stealing the mail. For some reason, the mail people leave their people's mailboxes open with mail inside, and for some reason, and there's a lot of people that flag up, including me. Like, I get paranoid, like, oh, I had something from my clinic that had to be sent, and it's private, I'm sticking it in the box. I don't have to trust. Like, it's not about skin color. I just have to trust that nobody takes it. I check the mail several times a day. I get excited and giddy thinking that I'm going to get something that I ordered or some food that I ordered, and I check the mail. Like, sometimes I just do it as an excuse because it's up the main road to get to walk from here down the stairs around the house to the mailbox and get off my butt. There's no comfortable chairs. This injury happened, and he barely said sorry. I didn't do it on purpose, but I'm sitting here all last night, all yesterday, trying to rub these creams on myself. They're over here. Oh, I forgot about the other one. But I had got some CBD. It was a very low dose CBD from Whole Foods. I said, I know CBD and THC are two different things. And I told myself that I was scared of getting hemp seeds. I used to get these chocolate hemp seeds, like Reese's hemp seed butter from the health food store. I used to be scared. Like, if people have written that they did the UA after eating the daily recommended amount of hemp seeds, they were showing positive for THC. Like, and these are just hemp seeds, not pot seeds. And it was the idea of having a similar plant. Like, I cut out chocolate out of my life. I'm trying to think, do I want to try carob? I had some carob and I got sick of it, eating it like cocoa or something. Even my friend, I went to school, I said, I tried this product, this powder, and I got this certain, she's like, oh, that's going to cause you a stomach ache, it's going to cause you this and a headache. I was like, how did you know that? I was trying to substitute it out. I used to eat those carob energy snacks with the nuts and the seeds and the carob. My back is killing me. I got a TENS unit and I was scared to put it on my back. In my back, I was scared of going anywhere near my heart, so I put the TENS unit on my leg, and okay, I ordered this from China. I have a TENS unit in my house, but I was supposed to be there, I'm not. So I have my leg far away, and I was going to put it on my foot on the bone, and I turned it on. I have it right here, and my leg was hurting. My back is killing me. I'm trying to focus. I'm like, is this on low? It hurts. It feels like I'm getting electrocuted. I had a electro-stim machine for my office, and I tested it out in the library, and I think I forgot to wet the pads or something, and I turned it all the way up, and I had it like here, and like here, and I got called stupid by one of the students because I wet the pads, and someone else they wouldn't let me control it. They had turned it up, and some other student came in and saw me get electrocuted, and I was, because I said, oh shoot, we forgot to wet the pads, or I don't know what I did wrong. She goes, oh my gosh, you're not supposed to do that. Don't you remember anything from hydrotherapy? I was like, you're not supposed to go through the heart, and I got like really scared. And I was stupid, and I was rushing. I think I was at work on a break, ran in there to ask if they said they had like 10 units for sale, and just said, can you power it on and see if it works? Now, it had been like 6 years, 5 or 6 years since I had those classes. I should have, since we don't use that equipment anymore. Of course, I know where we place the pads for patients, the abdomen, and on the back, and on the belly region. And I was inside of a store, so I didn't do, like, we're just taught where to place the pads, not where not to place the pads. And that is my own fault. Like, I've never used this machine on anybody, but I was already scared of the electric stim. My chiropractor used to shock me and accidentally crank up and push the wrong. It was like digital. It wasn't. It's like you push the numbers and dial this, and it would be on me while she's doing that, and it would like jolt me with like, and so I got like, oh, like so anxious, and I sat quietly so I wasn't distracting her. But I talk so much, and I'm got a lot to say, and when I have fasting times throughout the day, I feel like my body is trying to dump everything, and when I have non-fasting times, I'm eating living food, and it's giving me too much energy. And I often, and even, especially if there's some carbs with fruit or nut butters that have coconut nectar or coconut granules or agave or something, those carbs just like a sugar rush. I haven't done sugar in years. I can't remember the last time I had sugar. I can't remember the last time I had gluten. I can almost remember the last times I had meat. I had meat since then. And in 2014, I had my last meats. So it's before that. Sugar would make me go up with my energy. Not really up, but it would be like this. And then it would, like, I used to smoke cigarettes, and I used to get that way too, like, and I realized that I wanted to change my life, even if I'm getting fat and gaining weight. I woke up, my shoulder was sore, so I had, woke up with the news on with black people marching and protesting against, racism, police brutality, and my partner told me that the stuff I was talking about, my experiences earlier, that I needed to move on and stay out of the past, and that I needed to, my thoughts were causing the people when they treated me bad or talked bad to my face or gave me dirty looks when I come into a store. He said that was my fault, that I was being treated poorly because I was attracting that. And what happens is, as a child, I was growing up in an abusive household, and I had to learn to play by myself, like a child should play. You don't have to play by yourself, but learn to use imagination. Learn to laugh at the cartoons, or I thought they were stupid. I didn't like freaking Looney Tunes. Like, people laugh at stuff. the humor was one character was hurting another character. You know, the big fat chicken was yelling at his nephew or his son or whatever. You know, the coyote was trying to blow up the freaking roadrunner. Like, I had a little roadrunner. Like, it was violent to me, and you know, they do blackface and you know, getting drunk and acting violent. Like, I watch these shows because it's like cartoons. It's like it's attractive to me. It's loud and bright and flashy. But as a kid, I felt like pain. Like, I didn't like going after. Like, it wasn't like funny. Um, I was scared of Pepe Le Pew. I was scared. I had also had history of sexual assault, and this cat didn't want anything to do with him. And I felt like I was scared of Fraggle. I was scared of Muppets. Like the stuff that people would laugh and entertain their families. I didn't feel like I still have nightmares for this stuff. And like I learned to multitask with the TV on and do word finds. I struggle with crossword puzzles. Um, I just feel so alone in the world. Like my mom would take me to boring freaking places, and I had to keep myself busy. And my mom used to beat me, and I had to keep myself busy to stay alive, you know. Um, to not take my life because someone else hurt me. But when you learn to do that, you learn to, when somebody hurts me or prejudices me or says that my credit card is stolen, that's the last thing I'm thinking. I'm thinking, oh, what do I have to make the kids for dinner? Okay, is it the first yet? I gotta pay the rent. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just like, oh, like, I learned something in my med school that's really beneficial. I can't wait to use this on patients when I'm in practice, you know, affordable care. And I was in a good mood, in a giddy mood yesterday, and I ended up all night crying because my partner tells me that it's my perception that I can't prove that these people are scared and ignorant and want to think that I'm a criminal. When it's happening all the time. When your parents get pulled over all the time for nothing and scrutinized, and your brother is chased in a police chase because my mother is smart. She figured out with the police reports that they saw my brother in his car. My dad had two of them, Nissans. He was driving erratically, and we're in that small town where my parents were getting pulled over. My brother's son is getting pulled over. My mom said that she pieced the story together and believes that they saw a 19-year-old black male in a car registered to Major Wilbur Brown Jr., 50, 60-year-old man. I don't remember how old he was, but you know what I mean. And that they look and see someone, saw the cops, they start driving crazy, looked like they're like car thief, Grand Theft Auto. My mom believes that they pursued him and ran the plates and read the description of the owner did not match. And I don't know if that description would show it as a black adult male, you know, that happened to have a black son who's driving one of the cars that's registered to his family. My mom was very smart. I've had stuff stolen from me. I've had police call on me, and I think back to what happened in that. What did you do? You're minding your business, you did this, someone targeted you, someone became envious or angry or ignorant about what you're doing to mind your business, and the cops were called, or you were happy-go-lucky and you were a victim of crime. That's not in my mind. But that's not what I think when I walk up and down the street. My biggest thought out here is, I wonder what the horses are doing every single time. Unless I'm waiting for mail, then my first thought is, ooh, like, I used to sit and eat candy bars and sit and stare at them till my mouth watered. And I would be like, I'm not even going to check the mail. I'm going to make myself wait till I walk the whole block. And I'm not thinking some white person is going to call the cops on me because I'm black in their neighborhood, you know. Uh, I learned from my parents' behavior towards me that I can't live as a child with that. Like, it's so much heaviness with their abuse and their hatred. I can't take that on. And what I say, something happened and this person got in my face and talked crap about me, and someone says record it. I said, oh, I had to clean my phone off. Then I forget about it. Then I go outside again and see this face, and my memory comes back. Oh, I didn't clean off the phone. She's talking to me. Don't try to dispel any conflict. When I had got sexually assaulted, I didn't know that you could report it to the police and get a rape test. I didn't attract it. I didn't think that, oh, let's get raped today. I didn't have thoughts in my mind, oh, the people hurt me, he's gonna hurt me, everyone's gonna hurt me. Like, that's the last thing I'm doing. I'm like, ooh, I'm at someone's house, ooh, I'm at the beach, ooh, like, I want to feel loved by someone. And they talk and lure you into a bedroom or into a isolated location on the side of the road or in the car, and they hurt you, they assault you, they take power and control over my body. I can't move my arms, I can't punch myself free, I can't scream, I can't call 911, I don't have a phone. And it happened more than once. And women would get blamed. Were you dressed provocative? Were you like giving him blue balls and now he wants to claim you? You know, like, I was being myself. Most likely I wasn't dressed provocative because I didn't have provocative clothing. And even if you did, no means no. That's the last thing I was thinking. But when it happens more times, it becomes insanity to not look for signs. Doesn't mean you have to be afraid of everyone. Maybe for a while, yes. But no, it doesn't mean, it means, how does that person's look on their face? Are they trying to get you isolated at a party? I almost got raped another time. And I was drunk when I was young. And this nasty looking man, real big and strong, he couldn't wait to just keep pulling my clothes off. And I was so drunk I couldn't move. And I started puking and I was scared. And I had started having diarrhea. And that's what prevented me from. But what you learn to, it's like, I agree you can learn to control your actions. Don't drink like that. If you do, don't go away from your friends. You know. I had a drinking problems. I did drink too much. Then I clogged up their bathroom, and they were like, "Get out of here! Get out of my house!" I had severe diarrhea. Like this guy was kissing me and taking off his clothes. Like, then I married somebody and I got assaulted. And you think you certainly can't report that, because I had got my head crushed in during that incident. And I had a hard time with people touching my neck. Then when I got in a car accident, the weak parts of my body got bent out of shape. There's nowhere I can go. I have no friends. I'm sitting outside in the yard thinking, can somebody come and fill their trunk with my belongings and drive me to a hotel, to the airport? Can I drop my stuff off and mail it at the post office? Mail it back to Portland? I'm so tired. But to have your kids tell you that if you come into the town, they're going to make you sleep outside because they have a system and they don't want me messing it up. I was trying to visit with some friends the other day. I know they think I'm scared of social isolating.